Just out of curiosity at this point, do you have any idea like how many deals you've funded out of it? And I'm assuming some of your people probably also had maybe multiple deals, maybe
Yeah,
roughly
probably in the 40s, 50s.
40, 50. Oh, wow. Okay. How often do you have people that have more than one deal, whether it's like right when you talk to them or in like succession?
Or you mean have more than one property to deal?
Yes, one more than one property. Yep.
At least 50%.
I think we've been doing this for about a year. Is that correct?
Yeah, a little over a year now. We
Okay.
started going with conventional cash outs, and as the market changed, so did we.
Yeah. We shifted gears. Yeah. Remind me this. Had you been doing non-QM stuff much before?
So I did non-QM a couple years.
Oh, okay. So you weren't fresh. I couldn't remember at this point.
No, so I've been in the industry about 20 years.
You've been doing non-QM, but this lead source may be a little different than the way you've acquired your leads in the past. So
It is. So this is the first time I've ever used Facebook or any of that stuff.
Mm.
And I like the fact that they've clicked on it and they filled it out. Although I would say way over 50% have no clue they did that.
Just out of curiosity, do you think you've ever converted one of those people?
I know I have.
You have? There you go.
Majority of converted leads are from people who don't want to look stupid.
If you have people that have multiple properties, do you find that sometimes it is like one's a purchase, one's a refi, or is it usually like all the same, or what has been the trend?
It's usually gonna, if it's multiple, it's gonna be refi.
Yeah.
But if you do a good job for them for refi, they may use you for a purchase.
Purchase.
So I did one that it was 2 refis, and then he decided to do a purchase, so he used me for the purchase.
Cool, because you did a good job, right?
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you've been able to steer them in the right direction anyway. Even you have to jog their memory.
Exactly. And most investors will listen to whatever you have to say. They may not take it, but they're going to listen.
Yeah, because you're consulting, right? And so it's information, it's guidance, it's stuff that may be helpful for them. I mean, I know you know what you're doing, 20 years in the business. I mean, you have to, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah. I don't think you could manage to be in it this long if you didn't. But do you find that there's a lot of consultative conversations going on at all, or like do people value that?
Some of these people who have tons of these properties, they're just going to tell you what it is.
It's their,
and I literally say it just like that. Okay.
What's the biggest one you've had
from $1 million something?
$1 million. That's pretty good. What kind of property?
It was rare. It was a Hawaii deal. It was a purchase, and it was great. The number one question I ask in the sales thing is, before I give you a rate, what do you think the market's at right now? Best case scenario, not what you're getting, as a rate and term, conventional 50% loan to value, 800 FICO. Where do you think the rate's at? And I make them tell me, and then I talking about DSCR, because most people still believe it's in the 3s. It's not.
Yeah,
it's in the 6s.
Yeah.
So if that's best case scenario in the 6 of the 30-year fixed, what do you think a non-QM, no income stuff is going to be?
Right.
So you have to walk them to water, because if you just give an interest rate and they're believing things are in the 3s, they're expecting these in the 4s and 5s.
Yeah, that's a great way to start a conversation, in my opinion. It's kind of a temperature check, reality check, whatever you want to call it. And so it helps gauge them. Yeah, I mean, I get it, especially if, like some of these people, last time maybe they got a loan was a year ago or whatever, and they're like, oh, this is going to be awesome again. If someone else asked you, another loan officer, that you would give them?
Follow up, follow up, follow up. These kind of leads, unlike conventional or a purchase, the average amount of calls you have to do to get them to send you your docs would probably be north of 8
calls.
And then through the transaction, you have to hold their hand. It just is what it is. If you're used to a 2 or 3 touch system, you're not going to get a good return on this.
Yeah. So it's the follow up. Why do you think that is?
They're busy. They don't know you. And just because somebody's interested in doing something today, life throws curveballs. And none of these people, not none, very few of these investors need what they're doing. They want what they're doing.
Sure. That makes sense.
Because unlike like a conventional cash out where they have to pay off credit card bills or some of these, most of these are savvy investors who have multiple properties. They run operations. They're doing, because remember, the minimum FICO we're doing is 620.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just don't get the need, you get the wants. And I'd say the average age for somebody who's doing this, you didn't ask that, but it's good to know.
It is.
So I'm 43. I'd say anywhere from 39 to mid to late 50s.